I was born in Singapore, and then I went overseas to New Zealand, school and everything. Then I came back and worked for a bit, and I've been in Australia for about 17 years. Yeah, but my family's still here, so I come back fairly frequently. Yeah. So I was in telecommunications,
Ah.
selling fiber optic cables.
Oh,
Very
then okay,
different.
that's the question. Then what
Yeah.
makes you want to, go into the food scene?
Look, I have always loved cooking. My mom comes from a family of 9 siblings, and my um, uncles and aunts, everything's about food. A lot of them cook really well. So I grew up in that environment. So food was always second nature to me. My grandfather on my father's side was, um, it's actually a really interesting story. He was the butler to Lord Mountbatten back in the 1940s. When the English was, when Singapore was a British colony, and when the Japanese took over Singapore for that short period of time during World War II, he became the assistant cook to General Yamashita, who was a man that captured Singapore.
Oh.
So I kind of figured, food's in my blood. So my grandparents on that side has always been also involved in food in some way or other, however small way or other. My grandmother, paternal grandmother, so my father's mother, was really good with Indian cooking as well. So his dad's Indian, so but I didn't go into that trade. I did a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Japanese, so it was always about business. And I spent almost 19 years in telecommunications.
Wow.
So when I left, I was quite senior. I had, big sales budgets to meet every year, kind of thing. But there was always something nagging behind me that I wanted to do something with food. But it's when you're quite successful in what you're doing, it's very difficult to leave and start something new. And when in Australia, when Masterchef Australia started, from season 1, you watch a show and you go, I want to do that, and I was whinging right up until the end of season 3, and my husband said, why don't you just give it a go, But, I've got 2 children. They were relatively young. We all want to buy houses and, have a mortgage and all that kind of stuff. So the realities of life probably held me back a little bit. But I woke up one day and I thought, in 10 years, I don't want to say I wish I did that. So I decided to give it a go. So I got through to the finals, and the whole MasterChef Australia experience locked down for me exactly what I wanted to do. Because I went in going, okay, I want to explore what this is all about. I want to see how far my love for this can go. And I came out going, oh my God, I have to do this, So I quit my job. 2 weeks after the finale, the grand finale, me and a couple of other friends, we started a pop-up. We did a series of pop-up dinners in Australia, and that continued on for a period of time, and people were hiring me to cater for them, and then I never looked back. Yeah. So everything has been pretty much all the work I do has been through referrals, and I'm absolutely loving it, because every client for me is different. I get to do what I love doing, wake up every day, can't wait to get going. I think sadly, that's the thing that a lot of people think. If you get onto a show like MasterChef or any food shows, then you can be the next budding chef. Not necessarily true. I take my hat off to a lot of traditional chefs who actually go through the training of culinary training. I think if you really want to, if you're young, go through that training. Why wouldn't you? It teaches you the basics, gives you a good array of cuisine that you can explore, and then ultimately you decide what path you want to take. I spent my whole life cooking, so for me, it was when an opportunity like MasterChef came up, I couldn't turn it down, but I think there is so much value in getting the true a good training under your belt, I won't discount that at all. I think there's so much value in that. So go the 9 yards, learn how to peel potatoes, learn how to slice your onions properly. It's the cooking world and being a chef, it's not easy. It's really hard work, and it's not glamorous at all that people might think. People might, think, oh, but I just want to be a celebrity chef. There is, for me, the most important thing, the thing that I thrive on is cooking in the kitchen. It's creating food, cooking for people, and making people happy. Ultimately, that's what I want to do. Is I want to make people happy through my food. But the last 3.5 years has been tough. It's not something. I mean, I think people see me on TV and they say, "Oh my God, how wonderful." Yes, it's great, but there's a lot of hard work that goes on. They don't see all these nails that gets stuff underneath it, and you're working long hours. You're on your feet. You have to get super organized. You've got to put yourself out there, satisfy your clients. Every dinner that I've catered for, there's always someone with allergies. So you've got to think about those things. So it's not easy. It's not straightforward, but it is damn enjoyable if you've got your heart and soul in it. Yeah.